Okay, so the story goes, a few of us online friends were chatting in IRC one night, and I decided to share some of the crazy messages I had been getting on Xbox Live from playing Gears of War 2, because this is around the time when I started getting really good at it, and people didn't like that. So I was getting a lot of interesting messages, and I posted a few in the chat room, and everyone was laughing, and GTZ Grace, who was also from Fat Ugly Study, was like, "These are crazy. You should take these and make a website and just showcase what you receive when you're playing online. And you could even take submissions from other women." And I was like, "Yeah, that's funny." And then, we started talking about it a little bit. She's like, "This is actually a really good idea. We should do this." So we pulled in Inkless Pen John to do some of like the back end work for the site. And we got our friend Jennifer, like OMG It's Fetty, to help with some of the other back end stuff because she's a web developer. And one of our friends Marcus, he helped with the website name because along the lines of me showing the messages, I had said something along the lines of, "Everyone is always the same. I'm always either fat and ugly or a slut." So that's where the site name came from. Oh my gosh, no. We did it just thinking it would be something funny for our friends to, click over on at work, have a few laughs. But um, Kotaku found it and did an article, and that brought us a lot of initial traffic. But we didn't really take off until we hit the front page of Reddit. And that's the front page of the internet. And it just really became this big thing. And all of us were just kind of shocked for a little bit. It took us a little while to get adjusted to all the attention because, we had no idea it was going to be that way. It's really awesome. Like I said, we weren't anticipating it being anything more than just something to laugh at, but we've received a lot of attention from other women that say, this is the reason why I don't play online. This is the reason why I stopped playing online. And it just brings me so much like hope and comfort to know that other girls are going through the same thing. And it really empowers them to not hide online or not let what they hear online detract them from gaming. That sucks to me. Gaming is a lot of fun, and I don't think anyone should let someone else affect them to the point where they don't want to play online anymore. I have a blast playing online. I couldn't imagine anything like letting it affect me to the point that I don't want to play online anymore. Too. So to know that there are other women out there that aren't getting to experience the like all the cool things that I do when I'm online. Like I've met so many amazing people playing on the internet, playing games on the internet. Um, so it sucks that there are women out there that don't get to experience all of that just because they don't want to put up with the jerks that are using the anonymity to their advantage. Um, yeah, I guess you could say that. I think a lot of guys are just stuck in that weird mindset that chicks don't like to blow stuff up or kill people. I don't know. I think a lot of times it's just maybe it makes them feel better about themselves. I really, there's so many reasons for it that if I were to summarize, I would just say that they like being able to talk down to women and not have any repercussions. Um, it depends on the game I play. I play a lot of Gears of War, and I'll typically run into another woman maybe out of the 7 nights a week I would play, I would maybe find one 4 nights a week, 3 nights a week. But only, right. I mean, it's a lot more common to come across other women in gaming on more popular titles like Call of Duty. Well, I think the stereotype needs to be changed, first of all. I don't know where it comes from, but it's completely false, and it's becoming even more false as time goes on and technology changes and people's interests change. But I also agree with Grace that the moderation tools need to be adjusted and better aided towards the players. Like, we don't need people to babysit us. We should be able to take care of whatever needs to be taken care of by ourselves in the game. Just give us the tools to do it. I would say he's absolutely right. Everyone that plays online is going to be subjected to harassment. I mean, if you play in lobbies with a headset, I mean, you're even more apt to get that kind of stuff. But To say that women and men receive it equally, I would not agree with. Women, I think we've proven women receive it in a different way, and we receive it more. Whereas, a lot of guys will get taught crap to in game, and that it ends there. But with a lot of women, it doesn't end there, and it just is ongoing. It's mostly just in games. Like we said earlier, I think the anonymity is what kind of makes it attractive for guys to be able to say whatever they want to say. In real life, if I try to talk to like a stranger about games, and they like games, they're pretty amped about it. They're like, "Oh, you like video games? That's so cool." And I don't meet a lot of chicks that are into that. So I don't know why it changes from that perspective online to in person. It's just kind of you know, a weird equation that doesn't make any sense. Right. Yeah. When I first got my Xbox, I was expecting to be talked a lot of crap to by little kids with like high squeaky voices. But honestly, 95% of the guys that like harass me in some way or other are older men. And you can just tell because they have deep voices. And you could look at their profile if you wanted to and maybe get an idea of their exact age, but typically it's all older men. Not all of them. Yeah, pretty much. Some of them are trolls, just that they'll constantly say the same thing to annoy you, but other guys are just outright jerks. Like they'll just say whatever they can to try to hurt your feelings or make you quit. No, but I think that comes from the fact that I went into online gaming knowing what was going to happen and expecting it. If I had been playing for a long time and it just started all of a sudden, I probably would have been a little shocked and not wanted to play anymore. But it's sad that I knew it was going to happen before I started playing. But I mean, that's how it is right now, and it's going to be a while before that changes. Yeah, I would absolutely love for people to have conversations about it, maybe change an opinion or two, open the eyes of some people that had no idea what was going on. But I think people are going to be the hardest thing to change. They can give us the tools in the games to moderate ourselves, and that's like a technology fix. That's going to be the easy part. The hard part is changing the minds of people that are still in denial that this happens or they don't see it as an issue. So overall, I would just like to see some people realize and be a little more understanding about it. And I mean, if we could change a few people, that would be awesome too. I was just kind of surprised that he would do it to where everyone could see like that. Um, I felt bad for her, of course, because I mean, there's people watching, and I know she doesn't want to react in a way that makes her look like she can't hang or whatever. But I mean, it really bothered me, especially since he's her coach. And then I heard a lot of people were in the audience or the chat room, the viewers or whatever, where they didn't say anything about it, or it took a while for someone to finally step in and say, that's not appropriate behavior. But I mean, I just kind of felt like I could relate to her. I know I've been treated that way before. Of course, it's never been by somebody that I knew in person. So that's even more horrifying. I would just ask how they react to it, if they've ever been on the giving end of it, why they do it. I'm sure nobody will come forth about it and be honest about it, but maybe I would ask if I were a guy and I knew that, guys would be open with me. What do you think of women gaming? What is the stereotype that you find? Do you think all women are doing it for attention? Just the basic questions that revolve around the female gamer stereotype to see really what people think and what they're willing to say in person.